Hey, what's up, you money makers? Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll be talking about ticker symbol CHPT, ChargePoint Holdings Incorporation. The stock has been tanking, it has been crashing. So I'm going to talk about why ChargePoint is crashing in this video. So that's the first thing we'll talk about. The second thing is I'll be sharing at what price point that ChargePoint could be a pretty good investment, return on investment. Remember, ChargePoint is a massive charge point locations company, EV charging company, and there has been a lot going on with the company. The company has massive amount of cash on hand as well. The company is expanding aggressively and it can capture more and more market share in upcoming days, in upcoming months, and in future years very soon. So I will talk about what could be a great price point for ChargePoint to buy. The third thing is why this could be a huge and great investment, return on investment. This could be a long-term buy. I am not talking about any swing trades. Yes, you can do swing trade if you can get some 15-20% return just in a week or so on and so forth. That's up to you, and I'm not a financial advisor, so you also want to do your own research and analysis as well on the top of what I'm telling you right here. And this video is only for the entertainment purposes that I want to share my research and analysis with you, hoping you can make informed financial decision as well. And finally, we'll talk about one of the event and the date that is coming up for ChargePoint that could potentially be a catalyst, maybe positive, maybe negative. So you also want to keep that date in mind as well. And without further delay, let's talk about all these things. But before we go there, click on the like button so this video can reach to more and more people. This is a lot of research, a lot of analysis, and I like to share with you, hoping it can help you out as well. So click on the like button. Also click on the subscribe button to get notifications every single time I drop the video, because many of my videos are time sensitive. If you want to join a Patreon group, link is in the description down below. You can join the Patreon group. We have a private Discord, and we have been talking about a lot of time sensitive updates and time sensitive events as well. So join the Patreon, join the Discord, private Discord group. It will help you out. It's $4.99, not a lot of investment, and you can recoup your investment maybe in a week and for the many months to come, because it's just $4.99. Without further delay, let's talk about ChargePoint Holdings. So as you can see, the stock was down 1.33%. For 5 days, the stock was down 18.20%. For 1 month, the stock is down almost 30%. For 6 months, the stock is down 44.43%. And year to date, the stock is down 38%. Now, if you take a look at 1 year, the stock is up 125%. But if you take a look right from $46 up to today's price point, the stock is almost cut in half. Now, if you take a look right here, 50.20%, if you see in the red, $20.14 negative and 50% negative. So the stock is cut in half, $22.96. Now, the stock is an $8 billion company. By the way, right now, $7.38 billion company. The range is $10, 52-week range is $10.49. And this company is an American electric vehicle company with the infrastructure that is based in California, and this operates at the largest online network of independently owned EV charging station operations in 14 countries, including North America and Europe, and this has been growing very fast. If you take a look at the revenue is 40.51 million in January, 42 million in October, 36 million in April last year, 32 million, and the company has huge amount of cash on hand, $609 million. Now, I will talk about why the stock has been crashing and what you can expect out of it. So here is the article that I want to share, why ChargePoint stock crashed on Tuesday. So this was just last week, but this applies for the rest of the week, because if you see, there is a constant weakness and the stock went down. As you can see right now, let's say if you take about 1 year, the stock went up and it went down with the rest of the EV companies. When it started going down, a lot of stocks started going down around the March and April of 2021, and when we started seeing some of the uptick in the cryptocurrency. Now let's take a look what exactly has happened. The EV charging network is conducting a secondary offering. Now, this is not a dilution. This is not a stock dilution. Many people think that this is going to be a stock dilution, but it's not the case. ChargePoint is not issuing any shares and it will not receive any of the proceeds. So think about it. This is not a typical stock dilution. That means there will be no additional stocks, number of stocks that will be added into the pool. Now, shares of ChargePoint crashed by 10%, and it has been crashing for last week and last few weeks. Announced it is conducting the secondary offering. The news came just around a few months after ChargePoint completed the SPAC, the merger with a SPAC. It's a special purpose acquisition company, which is when a lot of people looked into this particular company, including myself. Now, this secondary offering is being launched in order for existing shareholders, primarily early venture capital or the VC fund, to sell the stock in an orderly fashion. What that means is ChargePoint is not issuing any new shares and it will not receive any proceeds from this deal. This is not a dilutive capital raise. So that's the thing that you want to really focus on, because this is not a stock dilution and this is not going to add additional stocks into the pool. Instead, the existing shareholders are collectively selling 12 million shares of the stock, while underwriters have a green shoe option for another 1.8 million shares. So now what the company is doing is in favor. It is going to help out the existing shareholders. It is going to help out the company itself. It is going to help out the stock price as well. In my opinion, I'm not a financial advisor, by the way. The largest seller participating into this offering is Leans Capital, which is looking to sell 7.9 million shares. Now remember, when someone invests into the share, they want to have an exit strategy. So this is, in my opinion, not a bad thing. It's not like they're not believing in the company. Rather, they are taking the profit on their investment. And this fund affiliated with the Quantum Energy Partners that will offer another 3.1 million shares. And they have Bremer Energy Venture. They want to also sell 2.2 million shares. All these three VCs have previously invested in ChargePoint as a private company between 2012 and 2018. Think about it. They have been holding the stocks starting 2012 and between 2012 and 2018. So VCs always look for an exit opportunity to also make sure that their shareholders or their investors get the return out of their investment as well. A handful of executives, including the CEO and CRO, are also going to be selling smaller number of shares. Now what that means is ChargePoint is likely to attempt the mitigating the risk of sell-off associated with the expiration date on the lockup agreement, which is on August 26th. This is my fourth point that I talked, that you want to look out for the August 26th. This is the date. This is the key date, which is when their expiration for the lockup agreement is scheduled for. The company's board has the ability to unilaterally waive the lockup restriction, and it is choosing to do so in order to make sure that it does not crash, or it is not it is held with some sort of structure, and the organic way doesn't get sold. That will help the stock price. Now if you think about like why ChargePoint is a great company, I have a pretty good idea in terms of numbers that I researched. If you can take a look at my screen right now, the ChargePoint is it is holding more than 70% of the market in network level 2 charging stations than closest competitor in North America, which means it's 7x. It's 7 times bigger than any other competitor with this company. So this company has first movers advantage. If you take a look when it was founded in 2007. Yes, I believe 2007 it was founded. They have all close to 1,000 employees right now. So they were one of the first ones into the market, into the charging industry, and they have first movers advantage. They also have 5,000 commercial and fleet customers worldwide, and they have been growing. So they have been working with this massive B2B and also with the retail investors, including 62% of the Fortune 50 companies. They have 13 plus years in the business. So they are growing. So they were there from day one, and years before you could buy the mass market EV electronic vehicle charging stations, and ChargePoint gave the birth to a new way of fueling. So this is really an innovative company, one of the first ones into the market. They have been aggressively expanding themselves. They are more than 7 times than any other competitor. They have 70% of the market share in world's most expanding EV companies like the United States and North North America as well as the European countries as well. They have presence more than, I believe, 14 countries as well. They have greater than 112,000 places to charge on the ChargePoint network in North America and Europe, which is massive. They have tons of locations in North America and Europe than any other competitor. They have more than 92 million charges delivered to date and counting. They have two drivers can plug in to the ChargePoint network approximately every 2 seconds or less. They have 387,000 metric tons of greenhouse gas emissions avoided to date, and which is why this is a massive company. This company is making a change for the planet Earth to make sure that the alternative source of energy has been used, and they have more than 175,000 additional places to charge accessible with one ChargePoint account through roaming integration through the roaming integration with the other major charging network. So this is a massive company. They have been doing phenomenal job. Their investment highlight includes a total massive addressable market. This is an aggressively expanding market. Many countries, many states, even in the United States, in North America and Europe, they're not at their saturation point, nowhere near the saturation point in terms of the electronic vehicle. Electrification and mobility is happening right now at the record date. You may hear more and more people are buying electric vehicle, presenting the tremendous opportunity and the market cap or the market share for ChargePoint, because they're anyway one of the leaders. So they're going to expand. EVs are projected to be 10% new vehicles sold in 2025 and 29% by 2030 just in the United States and Europe. Now, cumulative EV charging infrastructure has been expanding at a $60 billion projected rate by 2030 and $192 billion by 2040. These are massive numbers. Their winning portfolio and business models are expanding as well. They have been working with a lot of fleet and electric vehicle with the largest charging point as well, and they have the strong competitive moat because they were one of the first ones. Their capital light growth is also expanding super quickly. They have tons of cash on hand, as I just discussed. They have an experienced team, and they have been in the market or in the business for last more than 13 years. And this company, let's take a look at how the stock price has been moving with the average volume of 6.048 million. Their volume on Friday was 5.2 million. Now, one of the things that you also want to notice is this particular company has a high short volume ratio of 25% that we have been seeing pretty consistently, that it is going up and up because many people think that it'll go down. They start shorting the stock, which means the stock goes even lower, and this will be a boomerang effect very soon. That's what I think. So if you take a look, the stock was trading around $35-$36 just at the end of June, and since then the stock dropped to $23, as you can see right here. Now, if you take a look, and I wanted to specifically share, take a look at this red line right here. The red lines just suggest that the stock has a pretty strong support at $20.45 or 48 cents. So it touched 3 times right here, as you can see, from 20.48 just went back up to $31 once again. $20.20 went back up to $25. Once again, it went to $20.21. So around the $20 area, the stock has a pretty strong support. So what you want to consider, and what I am going to do right here on this stock, is if you take a look right here, it dropped from $35 right here, went to all the way 27, went a slightly higher, and now started going down once again. It is at $22.96. Now I'm going to watch this stock pretty closely and going to find out whether it goes below $20 or not. Once it goes below $20, it may go all the way to $16. However, I'm not hoping that it would be the case, but you never know. If the market crashes, if there is a huge sell-off in the entire market, if the EV stocks are going down, there could be a possibility that this particular stock, ChargePoint, CHPT, that could probably go down to 16 cents. However, I wouldn't wait myself for that $16 mark. I will be closely watching that. There might be another possibility that remember when it went here around $23.10 or 1 cent, it started going up and went to 35 cents. So I will be watching this closely, especially if it crosses or goes very near to $20 level. That could be a good buying opportunity. So that's what I wanted to share based on this chart, based on the analysis. Take a look. When it went to $20 in the past, it spiked up all the way to 37 and then followed by $46. Once again, it got back and $20 went to $31. Once again, went down, went up, went down, but did not really go below $20 for last few months, at least last 7, I want to say close to 8 months. In the past. So we will have to once again look into how the stock is trading next week. I'll keep you posted. I hope you like this video. Click on the like button, click on the subscribe button. I will see you in the next video. Happy investing in CHPT if you do.